Welcome. I feel that this is my spot. I feel a bit more cozy here. It's like I'm sitting on a couch and lounging, and that feels really good to me. So, we want to do some channeling today and see what wants to be shared today. So, what we're feeling called to share and talk about, that the flavor of the day has been, it's being comfortable with being you, being comfortable being who you are, and not dim your energy for anyone. You know, like if you're with other beings and they're being very kind, that doesn't mean you have to shrink down. Stand tall in who you are. Take up space. You know? That's loving. Being present and sharing of yourself in full glory. Not diminishing or trying to compensate, nothing for other beings. That's what it's about, being who you are. Expressing yourself just like you are. Your own energy, so that you're not expressing any sort of twisted perceptions of training. You know? Like, oh, if this, then I need to behave in a box. And usually those things are in our mind. When we're breaking out of that, we are moving further into just relaxation and trust that everything is perfect. Everything is working out perfectly. All of the different circumstances that is being placed are very deliberate. And being centered in your own energy. Being centered in who you truly are. And dare to be you. Dare to be who you are. That's healing for others. When you're being authentic. Even if that's being an asshole. That's actually almost refreshing if that's what's going on. Because covering up for emotions, that's why we are in this weird sort of like no one trusts each other but everyone pretends that they trust each other type of scenario, and people are managing how to balance with people. Usually it's very rare that people are really balanced between people, how to deal with people. It's very rare. But many beings manage well still. But there is a way that you can behave with people but that can only happen when you practiced it. We have now moved into a new reality, which was a jump. It was literally we sensed, we felt Gaia and the nudge to go, and then we sensed, and then we saw the distortions, the fear creeping in, also from Gaia. You see, the full spectrum. This is what we're presenting you with, sort of. And then yeah, this is what we're presenting you with, and you have to make the choice. And usually when people face things like someone burned down one of the stores right next to our building here, so it's a bit crazy, you know. Like, that's fear trying to get you to stay small, trying to get you to not expand. And so, do you listen to that, or do you go anyway? We went anyway. And it doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean nothing like that. It's just, it's new. It's expansion. It's like a step. Gaia is giving you a leg up type of thing. It's like, here, this is your next learning. This is your next level. That's what it is. And you can pretend and buy it, you know, like, but are you following Gaia and what she's saying? That's what our kink is. That's a really deep one, to go with Gaia. That's what we want to do. And where Gaia leads us. Because we know that there's so much growth and potential for growth between people, between the souls, between the situations and beings involved. When you're following Gaia and you're following the expansion, you can do great work here on the planet, consciously, working for the light. Many beings think the light is to be kind. No, that's conditioning. Kind and loving is conditioning. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be. Right? It just means that you should be authentic to what's going on in your body in every given moment. Not blaming people. It's not, but take responsibility for yourself and acknowledge what's going on for you. That's what's authentic. Oh, I need to do this because I feel like this type of thing, right? It's very natural way that many cultures are operating, actually. It's mostly these divides and all of that. They are there as well, but they're more in white people like myself. It's so funny with different races, like racism. Like like we have different colors, we have different skin tones and behaviors and all kinds of things that can seem completely foreign to my race, can be completely normal to another race. There are many different quirks, and that's fun. But never lose sight that God is there too, you see? But you're not meant to save anyone. You're not meant to be anything else other than dealing and working with life through the I am, through the soul, which we know that you are it. Regardless if you think you know or not. That's just your awareness can be sort of limited. But that's only your choice and your habits. And so we are so grateful to be in such a creative place that we feel that the energy is sort of like built to create, use your voice. Like there's a very interesting vibe with this place. We really like it. It suits our energy very much. for where we're at right now in consciousness and what we are stepping into. And we notice also with this shift is that our spiritual awareness turned up because we said yes to that jump. That was a jump. And we spent 3 months preparing for that jump so that we would be able to make a comfortable one. And we have done really well. That's Gaia, if you heard the gecko. We're very grateful for this camper, for this being, for everything that's transpired now. Like, it's just, we love Gaia so much, and beings that she's working through, angels that works through people. We love that. We love beings that are devoted. Maybe not consciously know that they are devoted, but they just have a practice. Perhaps from previous incarnations, who knows? But they are just doing the right things because they're connected to the body that knows what to do, knows what the right thing to do is, knows that, oh, my heart just wanted to help here, and just goes with that and not questioning everything in the mind, comparing this against the other and all of that, and let the body decide. It's a different language. Many beings are operating like that, but becoming aware so that you can inject a different focus with certain things, that is of benefit. Because sometimes there are habitual behavior that can be tweaked a little bit. Not because you're unworthy or nothing like that, but just because it benefits your energy moving forward. And that's what we're all about. Making sense of this human energy and how to maneuver it properly in connection with higher intelligence, with your soul mission, walking your path, making a living from your art. Like, all of these things are interlinked about how you are using your energy. You don't need that much therapy, really. You don't need to go cycle in therapy. What is needed is just to master human energy and know how there is a shift from, because we were there. We have been like everyone else, and we went into a very, it was a very intensive training program to upgrade our system to this perspective. It was very intensive. It was, on the human level, very challenging. On the spiritual level, very rewarding. And so we managed to level up and to really build our spiritual stamina. And we have worked through our kinks, and we are still working through kinks, and that's okay. But we are aware, and we have started our integration. And that's only something that is sort of birthed through the human body. We had to go to the depth of this yucky crying and all that, like wrenching the body from emotions and just, why me? And, you know, it's good. Get that when you're in that process, milk that for all it's got. However, make sure that you're not getting caught in stories, because stories create feelings, create behavior, and you can get into these loops of like crying and then going back again and then crying and then going back again and then thinking and then crying and then we were there too. We know the pitfalls. that you can get to in the process of embodying your soul. That's what we're here to do. All of us, you are here to do that, whether you want to admit it or you know it or not. That is the nature of growing and becoming more. That is you wanting more. That is your soul wanting more. It is natural. There comes a cycle where there is shedding, and now we are in a cycle that is building. We have been from shedding all stories, shedding all the past, shedding all of this, shedding all of that, crying and all of that. That's where we came from. And what we're heading into now are continuously building our life, building our what we feel every moment. That is what our heart most want to do here. Because when you do exactly what your heart wants to do, you are of benefit to this nucleus, to this version of the world. This is how meditation ripples out. Your consciousness ripples out. And so when you know how to maneuver this consciousness, you can have a lot of fun as a soul incarnated human being. When you have picked the scale of enough understanding, because the first level is the comprehension of what this reality truly is. And that might feel like a brainwashing for some of you. We know that we have felt like we have been brainwashed multiple times by A Course in Miracles, which is what this entire journey has stemmed from. This consciousness is from A Course in Miracles. That is what we have repeated every single day for many years. We counted over 10 years we have done that. Not continuously. We have been a bit on and off. So we have some experience with how when you go from a year of doing that continuously and how well your life goes, and then just stopping and seeing how everything just crumbles back into the dualistic perspective. And so we know what it takes to do this now. And it is a continuous habit. That's how you do it. That's how Jesus did it. That's how the Ascended Masters did it. They comprehended that it is this habit that you have to ingrain. Good, healthy habits. Healthy eating habits, nutritious, less of the, oh, let me just grab a snack type of thing, but that you are eating healthy and that you know that your body is getting the variety it needs and all of that stuff. And there are plenty of gurus on YouTube when it comes to food, but find something that your body likes. That's the key, and that you enjoy doing, that your body enjoys doing. And if your body doesn't like to cook food, you can just train it to. You know? Why wouldn't you want to like to cook food? Why wouldn't you want to give yourself love? It's like you're pouring into you. It's like an opportunity of you to pour into yourself to make food. And that is what we are noticing, that we are being asked to do. We had a burrito the other day, and we noticed that our inside here got like red and inflamed. Our stomach didn't like it because we started with the habit of eating, and then we moved, and now we are getting back into things. But we had a little test, you know, 80-20, the 20. I wanted to just check if that burrito was still any good. You know what I mean? Because then you know for sure, okay, good, I know I'm going to focus on my 80 now, okay. I felt much better in my body when I ate that good, healthy, nutritious food that I made myself, that I poured my heart and soul into. You see? And then that spirals, because that's an action, and that's a powerful action that you're sending to your body and the universe as well. You're saying, I'm important. My body's well-being is important. My nourishment is important. Same with exercise. Making sure that your body is getting the right exercise so that you feel good in your body. That's the reason. And they need to be moved. And that's just energy. Energy needs to move from the body. Very healthy to have a breathing exercise routine. That is something that many of these Heya sessions include. If you're interested in them, there is a link in the description bio and the bio description bio. So that is the game. That is the game that we're on. And we are all on this game. Many beings are still making the pieces fit so that they see everything. But once that comprehension starts to trickle, and it's like, that's why we're shifting in these 28 days. Because these things need to go slow and consistent is the key. That's why spiritual practices have a practice. It is not to devote your power to some other deity or something, which has been the twisted perception of many religions. But it has to do with that you devote your time into embodying a frequency. That's all what that is. And so you can replace, if you don't want to be all belief in these deities and follow some religious narrative that most of them have sort of like a little limitations there. Unless you see the truth in all of it, then it's fine, right? You can, whatever. Because then you see the truth behind all of it. That's what all of these are awakening in your consciousness. Slowly but surely. The more you entertain this way of seeing the reality. Literally, it's literally that simple. It's like, it's a new muscle. We're training our bodies to operate in a different way that produces much better results. And that results, those proofs, you can only develop that for yourself, walking this path. You can't get truth any other way. You can't get it through checking with the experts, really. Because they just have their filter of perception. And it depends on their level of consciousness, what perception that they're speaking from. So it will also help you to see where people are at spiritually, so that you can detect what's going on around you. You know, these are animal instincts. They're sort of covered up by, oh, these are just animal instinct. You don't need that now because you are now a human, civilized human. You know, it's like they're glazing over it. It's like, yeah, don't worry about that stuff. You know, like the way that this has been delivered is quite genius. We have to see the geniusness of it. Admire it, to see it for what it is. It is a system of thought that is set up to deviate the son or the daughter of God. You know? But once you see it, then it's like everything is just so clear. That's what we feel right now. Everything becomes so clear. You just know. That's when you're hooked up. And this is intuition. This animal instinct is the very intuition. You see? Listen to your body. You have a beautiful machinery. And once you correct enough of these perception shifts, it's the same as a dam with water running. What we're doing is we're removing rocks from the dam, from your dam, and you can sometimes get tired, sometimes you might even be in the stage that you get triggered. That's a possibility. All of those things are just information for you to look at in your body. That's all what they are, ever. Even for us, when we have that show up, for us, that's what that means, for us. It doesn't matter who said what, that's all good. But of course, people can try and manipulate and sort of like attack, and then you get a reaction, and then there are a lot of sneaky behaviors in the dualistic perspective. So it's good to be a bit aware of human energy, to be able to know how to maneuver this so that you can actually be in integrity with your own energy, so that you're not tricked by some of these sneaky energies that you have to master. That's what mastery is, right? That's how you master your human energy. Alright, that's what we felt like sharing for now. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, let us know how it goes with these 28-day shifts. If you are ready to start, we are almost getting ready to start again with day number 1 of the 28-day shifts. What you can do then, for the beings that are actually on that already, you can decide, if you sort of like stopped and started and all of that, you can decide that, okay, on that day I will start from the beginning or something, right? Follow your body. Your body, once you get attuned to this, once you have enough of these open, you will start to feel for this yourself. You will know exactly what you need. Follow that. All right. Take care, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.